So what does 1,200 square feet of living space actually look like in a DC row house? And when it comes to buying houses, is bigger always better and is smaller always worse? Well, my guess is as good as yours, and that's exactly what we're going to find out today. So stay tuned. So you stumbled across this video, and I'm assuming that's most likely because you're either interested in buying or selling DC real estate, or you're just curious about the DC real estate market at large. If that's the case, you're at the right place, so feel free to subscribe below. I'm Bashir, and I get calls, texts, and emails from folks just like you looking to buy or sell a home in the DC area. So whether you have plans on doing that in the next 30, 60, 90 days or more, feel free to call me, text me, email me. All my contact details are in the description below. So before we talk about this house, this 1,200 square foot house, let's talk about the neighborhood first. So we're in Kingman Park. Kingman Park is that little tiny neighborhood right off the 8th Street corridor that's east of Capitol Hill and north of the Trinidad neighborhood. So it's a little tiny neighborhood. You have access to the 8th Street corridor, so you get all the amenities, restaurants, lots of places to eat, bars, events, festivals, and all that other fun stuff. So really great neighborhood. As far as the house goes, this is a 3-bed, 2-bedroom house. It's a 3-level home with the basement. It has private parking, and yes, it's 1,200 square feet. So let's go inside and let's see what 1,200 square foot looks like and feels like in a DC row house. So this is the outdoor, and we're on Rosedale Street, which is a one-way street. And the good thing about it is we have parking. So parking could get tough sometimes on one-way streets. So this is our front porch. We've got the ceiling fan for those hot summer days. And you can never go wrong with the yellow door. Okay, so we've got a lot to talk about with this home. So this is our coat closet over here to the right. That's probably the first thing that I talk about in every home that I tour, right? Got to have the coat closet. We've got our original hardwood floors. And as you can see, this is the entire living space. So we have, this is the entire main level. So we have our living room, our dining, and our kitchen, right? Now, let's go through each of these, 3 different compartments of the main level. How would you set this up? What I'll do is this wall in front of me, it looks big enough to fit. I don't know, what's the biggest TV they have these days? It's like every year there's, you got the 50, the 60, the 70. I mean, I've had the same TV for like the past maybe 8 years. So I don't know. I don't keep up with that. But I think this is big enough to fit the largest TV without it sticking out of, the left or the right side. We've got our original hardwood floors. Recessed lighting. And, we get pretty good lighting in here. All right. So this is our dining, which is right by the kitchen. And you can see in the kitchen, we've got cabinet space. So now there's no island, right, in the middle of the space because, that would take up a lot of space. And it wouldn't make sense to put an island right here. Right now with islands, that comes additional cabinet space. So you usually have cabinets on the left or the right side of the island. But that's not possible here. I think the cabinet space is pretty decent. Pretty decent cabinet space. And then for extra storage, we've got a pantry. We've got the pantry stainless steel appliances. We got the dishwasher, stove, and microwave. So we've got this herringbone style tile for the backsplash. And they actually have a sticker that says GFCI protected outlet. Gotta have those these days. I've been seeing quite a few houses where the outlets aren't GFCI protected, which is just weird to me. For those of you who don't know, all that means is anywhere you have water sources, you have to, I mean, you don't have to, but, it's recommended to have GFCI outlets. So that just prevents you from getting shocked in case the water comes in contact with the outlet, right? Because once the outlet senses that water is traveling through there, it just turns the power off so you don't get shocked. Okay, so what do I think about this space? It's not the biggest. It's not the biggest space, but I think it's one of those spaces that it's not too big. It's not too small, but it gets the job done. Because I don't necessarily feel cramped in this space, right? We have our window right here for natural light, and we've also got, this deck that takes us outside, or this deck that's outside, I should say. And then we have private parking down there. So right now, this is just a fence. This fence could be taken off. You could install an electric door right there, and you have your garage door, right? Just like how the neighbors did. So I'm not sure what's going on right here. This is probably going to be a condo development, if I'm not mistaken. I couldn't tell you, but as you can see, lots of new construction and development on the block. Kingman Park is a neighborhood that's seen a wave of development over the past couple of years. So good stuff. All right. We got recessed lighting throughout the space. We've also got some lights under this ceiling right here. Let me turn these on. And the thing about this place is you don't even need these lights. I just have these on because I'm showing the home. But if I was to turn these off, let's see how much sunlight we get in the space. Turn these off as well. And look at that. Not bad at all. So that window above the sink is huge, because if you didn't have this window, I mean, it'd be night and day compared to what it is right now. The window on the back door is also helpful, and the window right here, right? So let's head upstairs and let's see what's going on. Again, we've got hardwood floors throughout the home. This is original floors, hardwood. I mean, I wouldn't say the original floors, but these are real hardwood floors, and not the engineered stuff. Nothing's wrong with that. You can find some good quality engineered floors also, but I guess I'm just driving the point home that these are real hardwood floors. So this is our bathroom, full bathroom on the main level. Kept it simple with the black and white. Now we have 3 rooms up here. We have this room. And we got our closet. Again, typical trend in DC, in DC row houses, I should say, we don't get a ton of closet space. Even in a home twice this size, that's basically the amount of closet space you would expect in a row house. So we have this middle room, which I think could be the master. We've got a window right there. Brings in some decent light. And this is a queen size bed. You have 2 nightstands comfortably on both sides. So that tells you it's a decent sized space. And closet. I actually like that they have a light up there. You know, it's the attention to detail. It's the little things that count. And they also have smoke detectors in every room. Now, you're probably thinking, why am I mentioning that? Right? Isn't that like a given? Well, it is. But I've been in houses recently. In fact, I had a client go under contract on a home in DC about a week or so ago. And we did the inspection and there were no smoke detectors in any of the bedrooms. And this is someone who has children. So it just becomes a safety issue when you don't have smoke detectors in a bedroom. As you can see, this is, this would be an infant's room or an office. And the funny thing about this is, I think the infant has the biggest closet out of every. I mean, at least it seems like it. Let's check out the basement. So this home is your typical starter home in DC. This would be for someone who is, small family, who doesn't need a ton of space. And let's check out the basement. So the basement is actually my favorite part of the home because the first time I saw this home, I wasn't expecting the basement to be, again, it's not a huge basement, but it does the job, is basically what I'm trying to say. It does the job. So before this home was renovated, this was just unfinished space. So this space wasn't even living space. The home was, I think, around 832 square feet before the renovations, and the entire basement was finished. So that just adds an additional 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1,200 square feet to the home, right? And we also got the second bathroom. That's just the HVAC closet, and we have our washer and dryer right here, right? Tankless water heater, more efficient, conserving space. And this door just takes us out to our parking pad. Storage. So what are your thoughts on this home? Are you of the impression that when you're buying a house, bigger is always better under every single circumstance? Or do you think smaller does the trick in cases like this? I think this home is a great example of smaller being better, because even though this home is not a 2,200 or 2,500 square foot row home, I think it's a great space. I don't feel too cramped in this living room, and there's a good amount of separation from the living area and also the kitchen area. So let me know down below in the comments your thoughts on this home. And if you're thinking about buying or selling a home in the DC area and you would like to have a conversation about that, feel free to contact me. All my contact details are in the description below, and I'll catch you in the next video.